exactly.
And here we are, Husky Huddle. Oh, you got the gun showing today.
Yeah,
Is it nice? Is it nice there in Jersey?
it is nice.
Uh,
And the thing I
it is.
didn't want to happen at the start of the show happened. I have all this shit on my desk.
Ah,
I knocked off an old coffee cup instead of a new one.
your hair's looking good.
Yeah.
I like the slick back mafia look.
Mob boss look.
It is. You got the mob boss look. No one's gonna mess with you. The boardwalk beasts. Any of those parents, boy, they're gonna think twice about approaching you.
For some reason, that doesn't seem to make a difference.
I saw an article today which I thought was interesting about our friend Liam McNeely.
Oh,
Did you see he may consider staying?
well, that's huge. I saw. I watched. Believe it or not, I watched all of Danny Hurley's podcast. Not podcast. Press conference at the facility. I watched the whole thing while I was working yesterday. I watched the whole entire thing.
And he goes long, right?
Well, they ask him a lot of questions. I don't think he wants it to go.
Well, how many people cover his press conference? Does he get a good coverage?
He was kind of against the wall. I don't know if it was a designed press conference or it was just I don't know.
They caught him.
I really didn't know.
Yeah,
but he was answering a lot of these questions. But yeah, McNeil, that's really interesting. So I think he should. If he's not a lottery pick, he's probably got to come back.
He's not. They said that he's projected late first round.
Late first round
at this point. Yeah. So they're saying there's a more than 50% chance that he'll come back. Some people think it's 75% chance that he'll come back.
That's phenomenal.
Which I think he needs. Yeah, I think he needs it too. I think he needs the growth. And I think, with some of the guys returning around him, I think that'll help big time.
I agree. I think
they got Mahaney back. Maybe he develops into something.
Mahaney has another year. Okay.
Yeah, I was shocked. I thought Mahaney was a graduate transfer.
So Mahaney, I thought, came on, really improved.
He did at the end, yes.
I think in the beginning of the year, it seemed like he was shell-shocked. I don't know if he was shell-shocked, but it just seemed like he was.
You gotta be coming from St. Mary's.
He didn't play that phenomenal. Like I was a little disappointed, but I have to say, he really improved, in my opinion.
I agree.
He was a guy that came off the bench and he made an impact when he came in.
Yeah, he set the tone anytime he came in the game. I thought he did okay in the tournament when they put him in. The Big East tournament when he played, he definitely stepped it up by the end of the year. So I think if you get something out of him, Caravan, Maria had said he should come back. No, she said she doesn't know him coming back is going to improve his stock at all. If it is, then he should come back, but she doesn't know if his game's gonna, ever make it to the next level to where, he'd be a first round pick. I
don't think so. I don't think he's quick enough.
No,
I think he's a solid player. Look at this. This is what's on my desk. Batman.
That's okay. That's good.
I put that on. Batman.
Yeah, Batman's great.
Batman.
Do you guys have a tournament this weekend or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
But it's not yours.
No, it's not mine. We got mine. I think starts up again the following week. Which will be which we start up again the following week. So
because we had a couple questions that came in about that. About 7-on-7.
Oh, really?
I don't know if I asked you this. I may have asked you already. I can't remember. Some of the parents were asking how young they should get their kids involved with 7-on-7 tournaments, 7-on-7 clubs. You
We
know,
started 8.
I know they start that young, but they're obviously worried about burnout and doing too much and the traveling involved. I mean,
Well, we don't travel. So my advice is always
you're local more.
Play local for the most part. Maybe do 1 travel or 2, the max.
Right.
And try to stay local for the local within an hour and a half or whatever, because it just makes it easier on you. And then as they get older, then it's up to you. Like, I mean, but
And
I don't
you think that 8 o'clock, 8-year-old, it's not terrible to start that young?
Depends on how advanced they are.
How advanced the kid
I mean,
is.
7-on-7 is it's touch,
different.
it's passing.
Yeah.
It's not,
It's
you're
not
not
flag or anything.
you don't need extensive amount of practice. Most people go up for wristbands, and so you could literally.
Oh, they wristband 7-on-7.
I do. I don't know if everybody.
Oh,
I make it easier.
does that's right. I couldn't remember. Was it you who said your wristband actually tells them the routes?
Yep.
Yeah, it tells them all the routes.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes it a hell of a lot easier.
If a coach knows how to make it easier for them, 100% you could do it. If the coach does not, then like if he's trying to like teach concepts that are for older kids, then it's going to be hard.
And then the other questions we got were, what are the most coverages that you see in 7-on-7? I mean, is it base 1 high? Is it base 2 high?
Yeah, man 2 high, man 1 high.
All right, so it turns into man regardless.
Cover, you might see some cover 2, some cover 4.
Oh, they will play cover 4.
Yeah, some people do, but it's not a great coverage against 7-on-7.
No, quarters is not good against 7-on-7.
No.
And does someone snap the ball?
Yeah, center snaps it. Yeah,
center snaps it. Okay. I was always curious about that. I was looking at Uconn and just trying to find some news about spring practice, and it's just incredible. Nothing. No, there's nothing. I was gonna check Stores Central to see if they had anything special up, but it's just amazing to me that they don't cover it at all. And that's the team that needs coverage more than anything.
Like cover what people view. That's what it is.
Yeah. And I mean, it bothers me tremendously. I know they had their pro day. They had their pro day the 25th, and the pro day went pretty well. That offensive tackle Chase, I guess, had a really good day.
Line?
Yeah, he had a good day. Jaden and Brown. I mean, they had some guys.
What was the results from the pro day?
It doesn't list the results. It listed interviews from the guys from the pro day, and it said that it went well.
That's it.
And that's it. That's like
there used to be There used to be
like you're paying $12 for this. Like there's 3 articles here. It just blows my mind that you're paying $12 and you get very, very little news. And then you go to men's basketball and the news is more. It says Isaiah Abraham is entering the transfer portal, which I kind of saw coming. He was the freshman that they had expectations for. He really didn't do much. Him and Noel didn't do much. They're entering.
I'd say pro days from Uconn.
Does it have numbers?
I'm trying to see if there's anything. I'm looking to see.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything.
They just have they have a video of them running around.
Yeah, I saw the video. I saw the crap they put on TikTok or Twitter and all that stuff. And then there's other guys that are going to play in the UFL. They're not going to wait, which is somewhat unusual. Where instead of trying to get signed, a free agent signing,
So
getting
UConn's pro day had they had 32 teams there.
Yep.
4 CFL teams.
Yep.
And they had so is Chris Fortin one of UConn's guys? Yeah, Lyman, right?
Yes.
Let's see how he did. He's probably going to play in Canada though. Chris Fortin, 6'4", 300.
Oh wow.
5'6", 840.
5'6", 840.
4.94 shuttle.
Oh my God. There's someone slower than me.
Yes, 814 3 cone.
Oh.
26.5-inch vert. 8-inch 8.4 on the
long jump. Broad jump. Jesus, I wouldn't have even done pro day if I had those numbers.
Let's see, Malik Dixon.
He was projected a late round or free agent.
40-inch vertical, 10.4 broad.
Yeah, he was long and lean, and he ran pretty well. I liked watching him play. But wow, that's good that they got 32 teams there. I just wish that they listed more of their.
Chase Lunt is probably going to get taken.
Yes, he'll get drafted. He's a good looking joker. He looks like he can play.
Yep,
he looks like he can play for sure.
Let's see.
I wonder who they had throw to him.
Oh, here's UConn Pro Day. Who's number 11? Who's number 11 for UConn?
I don't know. I'll look at the roster to see who number 11 is. Number 11 is Donovan Branch. Donovan Branch. Yeah, he's a senior. Or he could be a rising senior. It may be somebody else. Because
Sean Stiletto was there. Tommy DeVito's agent.
Oh, okay. How about that with the Giants? What a shitstorm they put themselves into.
Yeah.
They Jameis Winston, and they signed Russell Wilson. That blew my mind.
That's weird. That's odd.
Yeah, I didn't get that. It just seems like a waste of money. And they're saying they still may draft a quarterback.
Oh, they may.
Yeah. Which I can't believe.
UConn receiver Brett Buckman has an invite to Patriots and Giants local pro day. Brett Buckman?
Never heard of him. Wow. Never heard of him. Never saw. I don't recall ever seeing him play.
Jaden McDaniel met with Jaguars, Giants, Cowboys, Titans at his pro day.
Yeah, Jaden McDonald's a good player.
He's going to probably get picked up.
But I was shocked that I thought he would have been a draft pick, but he's not probably going to be drafted. It's just going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see how they manage the quarterbacks. They have so many freaking quarterbacks. They have 7, and I don't know how they're going to get reps. I don't know. I mean, especially with our guy coming back, Joe Fagiano and Evers. They got to get the majority of the reps. Then you got, Welliver, you got Tucker McDonald, who was hurt. They got the quarterback from Sayville, New York. They're just guys, and then they have the Virginia kid. So it's going to be interesting to see how they split the reps, and the practice schedule is kind of all over the place. With the majority of it has been in March, and there's no updates.
I could tell you after a 40-inch vertical and a 10-4 broad, Malik Dixon Williams is going to get.
I think so too. He's big too. He's tall.
49ers and Jaguars met with him at Pro Day. He's meeting with Dolphins, and he met with the Dolphins and Raiders already. He'll go as a.
Yeah. I mean, he was a good corner. I mean, I'm pretty sure they played him to the boundary. I thought he was a pretty good tackler as well. I remember watching him in the Syracuse game.
Yeah, he's pretty big. He's got good size.
But I mean, their offensive line. I mean, they have a good looking group coming back up front, which is good to see. It's just a matter of what they're going to run and who they're going to use at quarterback, and if they get more out of Skylar Bell. Skylar Bell's the guy they need to get more out of, and Hansen, the tight end's the guy they got to get more out of. Hunnig is the better blocking tight end, but Hansen is a good route runner and a good tight end. And I hope that my only hope is coming out of spring practice, they don't lose guys in the transfer portal. That's what scares me.
Well, isn't the transfer portal open now?
I think it just opened. I think it lasts 10 days. I gotta check for sure, but yeah, it opened. I know for basketball it opened too, but just I didn't know if football and basketball were the same. But that's the thing; they can't lose a ton of guys in the transfer portal because it's so difficult to replace late in the year after the semester ends.
Right. Well,
you can. It's just, I mean, it's a crapshoot. Like Maria was telling me, she was looking at the transfer portal. There are 200 girls who are already entered into the transfer portal, and that's astounding to me.
I heard there was 900 basketball players that went in.
Jesus Christmas. So I mean, they're not. I know they were trying to obviously tighten up the contracts. It's obviously not working. I mean, they're still going, and I mean, they're either not going to pay back what they say they're supposed to pay back.
Well, it may not all be those players. It may be players that were on the bench in some places that were getting nothing.
Yes, yeah, I could see that for sure. I could see that for sure. But it's just looking at all of this. I mean, offensively,
you got someone. You got Chris D's in the house.
Oh, he came on. He came on Shane's when I had Shane on. Chris D. They are having an open practice tomorrow. I know a few guys. How are you guys ignoring the what? What are we ignoring, Schumann? What are we ignoring, Christy? I don't know.
What is 81? Who is Bun 81?
I have no idea. Jared will make sure ever starts over for Gano. Yeah, he's talking about Jared because Jared's a money guy. Yeah, you're right. Jared, you're right. Jared, listen, Dave and I are just peons. We're just peons. I know Jared makes the ship go. I will never say a bad word about Jared.
You won't?
No, I probably will. I'm just going to try not to so I don't get yelled at. Brandon Williams. I'd love to see their open practice. Chris D, are you still banned on Store Central? Yes, I am still banned on the paid site. which I'm paying for. I'm still banned on the Store Central. Ask Joe D why he hates Hurley. Oh, he asked that the other day too. He
What's
wants
that?
to know. Chris D wants to know why Joe D hates Hurley.
Oh, he hates Hurley? He doesn't like Hurley?
He doesn't think he likes Hurley.
I don't think that's the case.
No,
I think that his
that's just his demeanor.
Yeah.
Chris D also said Mark Zanato was fired from Locked On.
Come on! Is that true, Chris D?
Chris D, come on. Jared guy Thomas went. Oh, he said Jared went crazy. All he went after Joe D for mildly criticizing Evers. It will be Evers because they paid him money.
When did Jared go after Joe D?
I don't know. He that was just his comment. He said Jared Guy Thomas all but went after Joe D for mildly criticizing Evers. It will be Evers because they paid him money. The chat is popping and you guys are oblivious. Lol. Chris D, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be oblivious. Anytime you come on, we are far from oblivious. That is very good point. Jared will make sure Evers starts over Figiano. Chris, the only thing I can say to that is they started Evers 3 separate times. He got hurt. Joe D came in, saved the game, won the game, wins the bowl game. And I've told Dave, my opinion, give the guy the job so he's not looking over his shoulder. Let's see what he can do. I know you're paying Evers. I know you're not going to. They're never going to pay Joe D or Joe Figiano, and that's just how it is. But he deserves his shot. He deserves his shot. He won the bowl game. He led us to a 9-4 record. We've had 3 seasons of 9 wins or more, and it was last year, 2009 and 2003. So that's got to count for something. I got to find out if Mark Zanato really got fired from Locked On. That would be something.
I looked it up. I don't see anything.
Yeah, there's no way. He's their guy. He's their guy. He puts them over.
I mean, who else is going to cover Uconn?
Well, that's the thing. They that's all they have. That's all they have. There's nothing really on the radio. The Current doesn't do much. That's my whole issue with it is we don't get it. I know, Brandon. I know, Courtney. You had 10 wins.
He was. As of 4 days ago, he was still with Uconn. So
yeah. Courtney, I know you had 10 wins. I know. I'm just saying.
Has a book?
Yes. He had a book that came out.
Life, Leadership, and What It Takes to Be Great.
Chris D commented, the Current still exists. He's right about that. The current really is a mess. And it's got a paywall. Anytime you have a paywall, if you're the Hartford Current, it's just disastrous. I'm just curious to know if they have any recruiting spots open if they do end up losing anyone in the spring transfer portal. Because that'll be huge.
Oh. Ready? Here we go. Chris D's on point, dude.
No.
March 26th from Mark Zanato. Personal news. I'm no longer with Locked On Podcast Network. They let me know today I was in breach of contract for promoting a competing product, SeatGeek. In a recent episode, a guest promoted his promo code. If you're looking for him, they fired him.
Chris D, if I ever get your address, I'm going to send you a bottle of wine.
Wow.
That just made my day. It's no more.
Maybe you'll be the new Locked On guy.
No, I'm not going to. They hate me. What do you mean I'm going to be the new Locked On guy?
Maybe we go to the Locked On network.
I'm going to message Kevin. I'll message Freeman about it. I'll see. I don't know who controls it per se.
It's Locked On.
Well, I know Jared controls it, but I'll text Burton about it and see if he gives me a response. But then we'd have to watch what we have to say. We'd have to be nice.
Great, Mark, you're fired.
Well, is
Christy, are you saying that in a Donald Trump voice? Mark, are disappointed in your performance and in promoting another company.
SeatGeek? What the hell, SeatGeek? Yeah, he says I am.
Yes, he is. You're fired. Wow.
Do you know what SeatGeek is?
Brendan Williams, 10 wins.
Well, because he said that I had said that only 3 times in Uconn history we had 9 wins, and it was this past year, 2009 and 2003, and he wanted to point out that they had 10 wins in 98. We are all well aware that you had 10 wins in 98, and it's the greatest team in Uconn history. That will never, ever be debated. That will never, ever be debated. So I'm just blown away that Mark Zanotto, who talked about how great his show was, and well on my show, and I did this, and I had this for analytics, and I was great at this and that, and all.
That's why being independent is great.
Yeah. I'm just curious, like, who gave him the axe? Because Locked On's a big company, so
I think it's probably it said it had to do with advertisers. You see the guns here, dude? You see the guns?
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right, I gotta jump. I want you to be able to continue. Stay, keep it kosher.
No, I know. I'll finish up. I got Laban coming on too, so
you're not able to end the stream though.
Yeah, I can't end it. It's fine. That was good. Listen, the Locked On news was the best news all day.
We'll end it there. That was a great 30 minutes, by the way.
We can't top that. We can't top that.
Lemons, I'll let you go the whole way.
Chris D, I'm sending you a bottle of wine. I'm telling you. Thank you for your participation. And I have to go with Laban Marsh next. This has been Husky Huddle with breaking news. Breaking news. We brought you breaking news. So just remember that. And for the coach himself, Dave Schumann, big weekend, big tournament. We hope he does well. I'm Steve Cully, the best podcast host in the universe. Remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges, throw them right back at life. Oh, that's great.